The targets that Britain's criminals are going after are becoming bigger by the day. A new breed of highway robber is stealing millions of pounds worth of farm and construction machinery. The biggest of the big stuff, which is usually sold abroad soon after it's been taken.
The cost of equipment is huge. Your average tractor, the list price starts at £70,000 and goes upwards to tens and tens of thousands of pounds. A combine harvester, probably £250,000 upwards. So the benefits to a criminal that's exporting this equipment are huge.
Over £50 million worth of agricultural and construction equipment was stolen in the UK last year. But this might be just the tip of a new criminal iceberg.
Plant theft is an issue that causes police concerns. We've been working with the industry, and it's very difficult to quantify. It's not only the theft of the machine, but it's the ongoing costs that it causes the industry, the construction industry and the farmers when their equipment's stolen. They have to hire in new equipment, the ongoing projects which are then delayed. So it can add up to a considerable amount of money.
So considerable that the Metropolitan Police Stolen Vehicle Unit in London now has a specialist section dealing with machinery crime, led by Detective Constable Ian Elliott.
It can affect members of the public in many ways, and they're trying to get the train in the morning and find that they can't get because of the delays to the underground network or the railway network, and that could be caused simply by a loss of a compressor.
Elliott and his squad have already begun to close in on those responsible for the thefts.
There's quite a small number of people actually stealing plant, but they are very, very prolific, and they know exactly what they're doing. They know how to move this equipment, they know how to start it, drive it, and to act in a manner that isn't suspicious around a building site.
DC Elliott uses unconventional methods, employing a plant thief to catch a plant thief. Pete, who wants to remain anonymous, used to steal heavy machinery for a living. Now reformed, Pete helps DC Elliott learn the tricks of his past trade, including how to fit in.
Every site is a little bit different, I suppose. Obviously, if it's more muddy-wise, obviously you put rigger boots on. If it's a bit more of a tarmacking thing, you just have different type of boots on or whatever, or a different jacket, or even obviously you just break into a van and then you have various jackets.
So would you go to the effect of marking up your van or your vehicle accordingly?
Yeah, you just put down plant hire, whatever on the side, and a dodgy phone number. Looks like something's just coming off hire and you're just coming to pick it up.
Picking it up is usually all too easy for the crooks. Unlike cars, which have their own unique keys, the makers of most heavy equipment have one key which fits all.
The keys he's walked in with are nothing to do with this vehicle whatsoever. They are for a different make, a different model. Unfortunately, most manufacturers use the same key. The problem is the same keys are in the hands of the criminals.
To show just how easy it is, DC Elliott and his reformed criminal are heading for one of the world's biggest construction sites, the East End of London, where Britain's 2012 Olympics is being built. Elliott and his colleagues believe that the Olympic building sites are going to provide soft targets and rich pickings for the organised criminal gangs. This is not a setup or a reconstruction.
Look, 14. Start up, drive off. Nice chain.
Nice chain means the user or owner of the equipment has made it easy for Pete by leaving it on the back.
The trailer's not even locked either. You start this up, turn it round, load it on the trailer, as a trailer and that way, really. Makes an even better job, really. Nick the little buckets down the end.
This one isn't chained either. It's got a frame hanging over the...
Nice and easy.
Nice and easy is how Pete likes it. But DC Elliott hopes this lesson will help make it more difficult in the long run for real thieves.
They drove into the yard unstopped, nobody bothered with them at all. It's important for us to know that that's how plant thieves operate. They will use that straight, almost effrontery of just walking in somewhere and having it out.
Having it out often involves criminals spiriting away massive machines. This 40-foot-long timber shredder is known as a bandit beastie, one of only 6 in Britain. It's worth £250,000, but no one batted an eyelid when thieves drove it away from a building site. Not only is this kind of machinery easy to steal, it's also virtually impossible to get back. As we know, nearly half of all cars stolen in the UK are recovered, but with plant, the tally is much lower.
The recovery rate with plant is very poor, unfortunately. It's less than 5%. So if you have a mini digger stolen, you've got a less than 5% chance of recovering it.
In the home counties, the police are also after the plant thieves. But here, DC Vince Wise of Hampshire's Serious and Organised Crime Unit is also doing something else. He's going abroad to get what has been stolen back.
The problem is not just to the construction industry, we're also seeing an increase in the agricultural market again, with agricultural tractors and machinery being stolen again, effectively to order to feed other parts of the world that again are themselves developing. So yes, where there is a need, there's a marketplace for the criminal to move in and make money.
Money was made when 2 brand new diggers were stolen from Liverpool and ended up in Poland.
These were both reported stolen together with 2 other similar machines from Merseyside. Combined value just touching under £500,000.
But this is nothing compared to what DC Wise has locked up inside Hampshire's secret police stolen property warehouse. The proceeds of 1 crime and 1 gang.
This particular investigation actually centred around 62 of these machines. This is only a small fraction of those machines that were recovered, but these operations are happening all the time.
These equipment thieves were more specialised than most. They stole only telescopic handlers, much sought after on construction sites. Each is worth £30,000. Total value of this haul? Almost £2 million. DC Wise & Co recovered them from across Europe and as far afield as Dubai and Australia.
The logistics of even recovering these and bringing them to those secure premises, it was a nightmare enough. So you can imagine from a criminal's point of view, the organisation and orchestrating the theft of these machines is certainly something that's taken a lot of planning. So again, it goes to show you when people ask, is the theft of plant serious and organised, then quite clearly the answer is yes.
On the streets of London, the reformed plant thief Pete has spotted another potential soft target. But this time, he's not so sure.
It's in bright sort of red with green, and it's in corporate colours. If I nick it, I've then got to go and paint it yellow. If I drive along the back of my lorry, people might wonder why I'm driving along, and if I do get stopped, I'll try and explain. Not a normal Mickey Mouse story, and the police don't got no way of checking. With this they can, so it's not really worth touching. All the data tagging in all the chassis members and hidden places and that, would be no good to me, really.
The no good to me data tagging is part of the latest security and registration scheme for heavy plant, launched a few years ago to try and make it harder for the thieves.
This is its unique number plate. This enables any officer and any sort of person in the trade to identify the bit of kit for 24 hours a day, really. Behind this sticker is actually a RIFID chip, which is a unique coded chip that you would for your cat and dog, really. It's a very similar sort of thing, which proves that this sticker is a genuine, unique sticker. It's also got other radio frequency ID tags, similar to the tags behind this, hidden elsewhere on the machine. So if the thief has bothered to remove this, he won't remove the other markers. It's impossible, he'd never find them all. So should Pete or his friends steal it, we've got a 24/7 response to it and say, well, actually, this doesn't belong to you and you're under arrest.